One of the things that makes anime special is the opening. While openings are a staple in all forms of entertainment, anime is unique in its dedication to crafting memorable thematic songs with meaningful lyrics. And with that, we dive into Seishun Complex, the electrifying opening theme for the anime Bocchi The Rock. While some might describe it as pure pop rock fun, beneath the catchy beats lies a song that resonates deeply with its relatable lyrics. In this video, we'll go beyond the surface, analyzing not just the song's lyrics, but also how its composition masterfully sets the stage for this iconic anime and reflects the themes of a Torigoto story. This and the animation elements instantly hook both the viewer and listener. It's like if someone were to bang on the door wild and aggressively. After the song hooks you with the first few beats, you feel a bass drop as the guitar enters with a repetitive and catchy lick. The lick itself is simple yet extremely memorable, making it a great beginner lick to learn. You could play it all day long. I actually mentioned in my tier list video that Yopi-chan's first lesson in the Road to Guitar Hero series was playing this song. What adds more to the depth of this intro and first verse is the lack of bass. Bass, if you're not familiar, is the most supreme and ultimate instrument. I mean, one of the most important elements in the song. Think of it as the floor of the house and the drums as the land it's built on. Without that foundation, the opening builds a lot of tension, a sense of unease and anticipation, sharpening the focus on both the drums and guitar lines, but especially the lyrics. The first verses familiarizes the listener on who the writer of the song is. Lore is Bocchi, but in reality, by Hai Higuchi, who will be a name that will come up multiple times throughout future videos. Verse 1 delves on who Bocchi is. A girl that finds comfort and solace being on her own, a prime example of an introverted person, feeling safe on her own away from others. She even feels despised by the harsh reality of this world, the fakery, facades, and lies. But despite her negative feelings towards humanity, she longs for connection, which is not surprising because we're human after all. The second verse continues, with the bass now present might I add, the theme of longing for connection, but it highlights her biggest struggle to achieve her desire, her social anxiety. She prefers being in the background due to how she feels insecure about herself. She is an extremely shy person. She laments over this anxiety so much that she ponders that maybe, just maybe, by forcing herself into the spotlight, or in the anime's case, being discovered by Nichika, would be the catalyst for a new change in her life. Adding to the intensity of these dark and relatable lyrics is the low bellows of Ikumi Hasegawa's vocals. A stark contrast from the character she voices in anime being all cutesy and high-pitched that melts your heart away, asking for God to end your life already. Wait, no. I have videos to make. Teka lang, Lord. Teka, wag mo na! As verse 2 transitions to greet the first chorus, there's this subtle yet cool exchange of the two guitars, swaying from the right to left channels of ear. You'll notice this more in the headphones, by the way. A brief pause enters for a moment, giving a breath's length before the chorus slams into the scene. If the verses paint a picture of Bocchi and her struggles with social anxiety, the chorus explodes in a full-blown anthem. The vocals, now amplified and powerful, soars through the lyrics, calling directly to the listener. The first chorus calls out on all fellow introverts and socially anxious to start a revolution and make ourselves known through our creative talents. Which I agree, since as an artist, I found I could express myself more through what I create than what I can say. It ends with a bit self-centered yet true sentiment of wanting the world to notice us. The instrumental elements further fuel this anthemic vibe. Soaring guitars unleash punchy chords, the drums pulse with a driving intensity, and the bass lays down a rock-solid foundation, all without overshadowing the vocals. Ikumi and the backing vocals harmoniously fill the atmosphere, elevating the anthem. This song reminds us all that you don't need to overplay. Simply serving the music and its message can leave a lasting impact. After the first chorus, the intro segment repeats for the third verse. Here's a pattern you'll find in nearly all Bocchi The Rock songs after the first chorus, a shift in the verse. This could be intentional, making their music instantly recognizable, but it's also a common technique in rock, adding flair and avoiding redundancy. The first line of the third verse is punctuated by a dramatic instrumental pause, amplifying a particular message. In Megami's 33's version, it's the poignant line, "The sadder a song is, the more I like it." This pause's brilliance lies in how the instruments, through mere silence, hint at the vibe of sad or emotional songs. Often characterized by long pauses to emphasize certain lines, these songs leave space for reflection and introspection. And with this instrumental silence, the music composition captures that essence for a fleeting yet impactful moment, drawing us deeper into the song's emotional core. Maybe I'm reading too much into it, but I think that's how they intended this section of the song to be interpreted. If I'm right, that's pretty neat. Beyond the impactful pause in the third verse, everything after that resumes the groove of the first verse. The guitar parts subtly change things up, keeping it fresh even though the chords and melody remain consistent. When it comes to the lyrics, verse 3 talks how Bocchi finds peace in listening to sad or emo songs, indicative of her intense feelings of loneliness. Again, she talks about her struggle to reach out or make the first move, which I hope all of us can relate to. Verse 3 also talks about her tendencies in finding very secluded locations. We can see this in many episodes of the anime of her finding the most secluded places just to feel safe. Psst, Bocchi, share me your mango box, will ya? However, Bocchi acknowledges that she can't remain isolated forever, with the closing lines hinting at the outside world slowly breaking through her walls and forcing her to emerge. And thus, we emerge to the second chorus. The second chorus remains the same structure throughout, with only minor variations. While this might seem repetitive at first glance, it's important to remember that choruses are designed to be the catchiest and most memorable parts of songs across the world. So let's dive into the lyrics and see what they tell us. The lyrics retain the anthemic vibe from the first chorus, but with a subtle shift in approach. The use of the word forte, which means 4 instruments or voices, emphasizes the unity between Bocchi and her band as they embark on this challenging journey of growth and change. Chorus 1 seems to focus solely on Bocchi and her story, portraying her as ready to face the challenge alone, perhaps naively believing that no one can help her. It's a solo act, some may say. But as the story unfolds, we learn that Bocchi finds many who share her isolation, dreams, and fears. Most importantly, she finds true authentic friends with whom to share this journey. This massive change in viewpoint and sentiment within the same song is truly impressive, showcasing Bocchi's own development and the power of connection. Chorus 2 also calls out on the listener to not be ashamed for who they are, but to embrace what makes you unique. Just be yourself, even how unhinged you may be. So, would you excuse me as I would like to introduce my... No. Please, I'm fine. I don't need my feels. Then Bocchi takes the lead with a technically masterful and intensely passionate solo. High bends and lightning-fast shredding runs ignite raw angst into this section of the song. What really gets me about this solo is the unique blend of emo-infused expression and infectious groove. It's like, oh yeah, I'm the saddest and loneliest fan. Bocchi, so lonely. Please notice me. Oh la 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 la. Please notice me. Hi, Vitorico. It's a roller coaster of emotions, pouring out and urging you to let loose and rock along. As the solo ends, the bridge kicks in. The 3 powerhouses, bass, drums, and lead guitar fall silent, leaving space for only the vocals and rhythm guitar to shine. The bridge itself is concise, lasting only 2 stanzas. The stanzas talk about Bocchi reflecting on her lifetime spent in the shadows, yet acknowledges a dormant passion and untapped power within her, hinting at an inevitable explosive emergence, a lion ready to pounce on its prey as the instruments start building up. Then, they repeat the same sequence they used to transition to the chorus, but is adjusted to allow for a higher key change. Chorus 3 takes the song a key higher, amplifying the emotional impact and building towards the final chorus. It features the same lyrics and music as chorus 1, making it a powerful signal for the song's climax. What varies is a line added at the very end to transition to the outro. The outro uses the same chord progression of the chorus, but the vocals give one last boost of energy. This is also the part where the backing vocals really shine, prolonging certain words and phrases, giving a powerful atmospheric touch as Ikumi prolongs a very long Then Bocchi shreds a bit more as the instruments take the lead in ending the song. Then the last bar is a repeat of the intro with every instrument joining in on ba-bum, ba-bum, ba-bum. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of this video. I hope you had a blast watching me analyze and nerd out over this Bocchi The Rock song and opening. Stay tuned in the coming weeks as we analyze more Bocchi The Rock songs. If you want to see that, I highly recommend subscribing to this channel. And one last thing, I recently launched a Discord server. If you want to know me more personally or want to meet equally insane individuals who love Bocchi The Rock and anime, then I highly suggest joining the most Dorito server ever. Dorito Hotspot. Okay, off I go. Bye!